one it's eating. Hey guys, welcome to Songs of the Stars for Wiki Inaya. Who 14 to 20. This week is leading us up to the solstice, the winter solstice here in the southern hemisphere, and of course the summer solstice if you are in the northern hemisphere. It's a really, really amazingly dense week. The energies are always telling us something. We're always being guided. We're always being held by the love. That is the love story that is unfolding universally, and we are part and parcel of this energy. We are affected by this energy. We are one with this energy. We are this energy. We're made of the very same fragments, and as always, we are, on this channel looking through that lens, looking through the realm of, the cosmos, and trying to paint a picture, tell a picture, interpret the map that we are currently being shown, what is celestially taking place, what the skies are currently saying to us. And for this week, this song, Old Thing, where you belong, where not only belong, but where you where you're complimented. Gold Thing is like thinking about plants and how you have companion plants, and then you have and complementary. I think that's the word. Plants that don't complement one another, that if you plant them together, one will overtake the other. And nature by design, travel is made within this balance. We aren't all made to be everywhere. That's very vain of an idea and of a belief. We don't belong everywhere. There is somewhere where we do belong, though, and the synergy and the synchronicity and the harmony and the peace and the balance and just everything that you experience, within that space it's just everything. It's the completion, it's the promise of life and what it is meant to be. Not controlling, not robbing you and taking advantage of you, but rather supporting you, nourishing you, supportive to who you are, supportive to your type, supportive to your style, supportive to the shape, the curve in your hips, the color of your skin, without bringing this in too much into the worldly ideas of race and colorism and all those kinds of things. But I'm talking more so about how you are unique by design, and your design is very specific for a very specific reason. And there is a way that you can exist in this supreme amplification of exactly you and your essence, and without those restrictions and those systems of control and ideas of being bombarded, just without your energy being basically compromised and taken advantage of. And this is basically what the song is about. This week is talking about the access with our abundance point. The potential that we have, which is the space that I was just describing, about how flourishing, being in our truth and in our true essence, and just really flourishing and expanding and uh, uh, in this magnanimous way. This aspect of our being is talking about this week is talking about us having to look at where um, we are not in unison with the space, with this aspect and this way of being, because we have this Ma'at 10 energy and we also have this Dr. 10 energy. It's talking about how things of the past, how are things that have not been dealt with contributing, strangling your access, influencing your access, your relationship with your own, abundance, this gift, right, that you have. And so we're talking money matters, we're talking our finances, we're talking, debt, loans, we're talking investments, we're talking savings, we're talking expenditure and income, just anything that has to do with that, where you have to, tap into your own energy and your own resources. And this is a week for us to really realign, right, with kind of just take a moment, step back and ask ourselves, where is it that we are not accessing that, and why is it, and what is it from the past that is still keeping us, because the planets are actually conversing and connecting and configuring in such a way that they're supporting this to be found. They're not pushing us back into the past and into old patterns and making us, go back and relive things and make us realize how nothing has changed. No, they're giving us an opportunity to look back, because we have so many. I'll talk about the two key ones in a minute, but we have a lot of this retrograde energy. We have the North Node, we have Saturn, and the North Node, we have Manane, who is Saturn, and we have Kujana, Mercury, and I'll just speak about the two of them for now, the three of those, sorry, who are all in Saturn. And, there's this time for a review, of really going back and understanding that, it's not so much about going forward right now, but it's about really, really, really going back and seeing where is that point that we could actually clear, and from then on just expand on our potential so much more, and really come into that that truth to our uniqueness, which is our abundance, our gateway to our abundance. And the key messages as well, the conversations that are quite big to look out for are dosa being Jupiter, trining Letsatsi, trining the sun. Currently, dosa is in Aquarius, so this is a great placement, because it's an out there give. Jupiter just likes to be in this sign, because it is more people and going out there for the service though of others, and Letsatsi being in Taurus. Letsatsi here is really coming home. Taurus is very homey placement. It's a very comforts, our central comforts, our earthly experience, and also to do with our finances, our possessions, our value systems, the things that we value, so self-value is key when we're talking about unpacking some of these core issues. It's like almost unpacking your own self relationship, right, with your own abundance. And we had the new moon as well. I just want to go back to that before I carry on. We had the new moon last week, and I didn't do a video on that. All taking place within Taurus. Of course, we are now speaking from the sidereal perspective. Within this, within we don't speak on. We're not focusing on the Western tropical system. We're using the sidereal system. Both are relevant, but specifically for this work, we are working with the sidereal system. And we have Letsatsi Letsatsi there, and we had the new moon in Taurus. We had the new moon, you know, working with this eclipse, working with the Mercury retrograde, working with Lilith, and I can't remember who else, working with the North Node, who's also in retrograde currently. All of this energy, you know, pushing us back, you know. So we have this general theme, this cycle of kind of being told that we need to, we need to um, redo, right? What is it? What is the word? The word will come. But basically redo, reinvent, maybe reinvent, you know, an opportunity to reinvent our relationship with source through healing our relationship with the earth being the physical, being our bodies, being you know, our comes back again to what we're speaking about with our resources, you know, our relationship with money and finances. And now we also have this, you know, as I said, this trine, dosa, our abundance again, you know, our ability to expand, to learn, to grow, trining the Dati indoors. You know, this is a great, there's a great potential for this, but then there's also a square, just as a square, Lilith, who's also in Taurus, you know. Lilith, the great mother, you know, the more feminine, a much more deeper energy, a much more, an energy that is calling for us to, you know, to balance things, to balance the scales, you know, to acknowledge parts of ourselves that we have neglected, because these are the things that are kind of, these are what will support, this is what will support this work, this tapping into our abundance, you know. Is that dark, that hidden energy, that energy that we, as women, even men, are told to shun, you know, and because of its, because of the fear of this energy, you know, the fear of its, of tapping into our wisdom of the natural way of being, our nature, which is raw, which is unrestricted, which is, you know, it is just very, very profound. And yeah, so I'll just focus on those because there's so many different things, you know, happening, but I felt like those were key ones to point out. We also have, you know, the infamous square. Everybody's speaking about the square of Manane to Uranus, you know, to Mukhalane. In Aries, Mukhalane is in Aries at the moment, encouraging that individual pursuit and, you know, that conquest and that initiation of, you know, the new of Mukhalo, that we are here to be, of that new aspect, right? That new thing that we are, that we have been building and crafting and sort of like engineering, ultra multi-dimensional engineering our whole life and lifetimes, right? And wanting to show up so much in this time, you know. And now there's a resistance, there's a square with Saturn. Saturn is saying, hey, you know, I'm in Capricorn right now, I'm reviewing things, I'm going backwards, I'm in my home sign, I'm comfortable, you know, with things being the way that they are, and this is how things can go, and more structured and more, more, you know, of like the old kind of, because Saturn is those old structures, but remember with this Saturn retrograde period is like a lot of this is coming up in order to be cleared, you know, because there is a rebirthing, you know, currently taking place. We are still very much in this great big transformation, and she's also sextiling Chiron in Gemini. You know, those wounds, the Chiron being our great wound, you know, the ultimate lesson, I guess, or the culmination, the key and the core lesson of our incarnation. And that being able to be clear, being able to communicate it. But remember, Mercury is in retrograde at the moment, so um, there is also that aspect of the need to it's like we're not obviously with the retrograde we're not encouraged to do something new with it, but it is saying that it is going to, it's like an energy of taking us back, of things that from the past coming back, things that weren't necessarily resolved, things that weren't completed, and this energy is great to complete old tasks, especially because if this was the cycle's energy, this was the cycle and the eclipse's energy. So there are so many different places that I can go with today's reading, but I think I'll just leave it at this, and just unlocking that abundance and the key that we have with this pushback, this energy of pushback, and this energy of that it's really facilitating and helping us see the things, at it's helping us take another and even gain so much more of a clearer look at what happened, and the cause of things and the causalities, and those within those are keys to where our abundance could have been stored, or is still stored. So I wish you a beautiful week. That is the message for this week, beloveds. Have a great one. So we have classes again this week at Kultata Tudeamele. We have class on Saturday in the morning at Anasha Guest Conference Center in Midrand, where we'll be working with this energy and doing a nice, beautiful yoga flow that is coupled with a meditation to really help us to hone in and culminate with these energies. Last week we spoke about completions, and again we are being now almost supercharged in the way that we have access to such potency, with that change and with that completion. So we're just going to take that a little bit further again with the practices that we'll be doing this week. And then on Sunday we'll be doing a class at Savannah Hills. I'll tell you more about that one next week. And yeah, have a beautiful week. Look forward to hearing from you. Please, if you like this message, like, comment, subscribe, and share. And please leave me a comment if anything resonates with you, or leave me any questions at the bottom if there's anything you'd like me to cover, to speak about. If it falls in, I will definitely respond. I will definitely answer you. Thanks. This is Bubelo from here at Song Garden TV, and take care. Much love to you and your